everyone, welcome to today's IGTV video. We are going to be repotting some trees, and I want to start this off by letting you know that generally you don't want to stress them out too much when you're repotting them. That rule does not apply to figs. So here's what I'm going to do, because these ones are already starting to drop leaves just because they've been under stress. I'm going to clip all these branches in half, remove all the leaves, put it in a forced dormancy, and then we're going to repot it. Figs are so durable. so durable. Even to the point I thought one died and it just came back. So I'm going to show you what they look like. Everyone's pretty dry. Some of them already dropped other leaves like this one. This one's pretty dry. My poor Jabos desperately need some water bump. They're all root bound, so I'm gonna put in a new one. Yes, and for the record, these are my loppers, which I love so much and I've been using a lot lately. So I am not making any clones of these, but if you wanted to, all right, so this one's a few years old. If you wanted to, you really want to shoot for top, maybe like a 6 to 8 inch section, and you'd want to cut it kind of angle underneath, maybe like a 1/2 inch underneath a node. So like that would be perfect to start making a clone with. Because I'm not doing that, I'm just going to cut them. I'm still going to try to shoot for maybe just above a node, just so it can heal well, and still at a 45-degree angle. And then no clones this year. Oh, so smooth. Thank you, Walter. You can see closer. It is, in fact, if I put it in focus, it is in fact at an angle. Now you can also clean them up and do like another cut if you messed it up. I've been growing figs for a long time. I got it down to a science, at least for that specific variety, which is the Petite Negra fig. And those things, oh man, really good starter fig. Definitely recommend it to everyone. Tastes good, really resilient, comes back even if you forget to water it a bit, but it is ready to go in a new pot. Okay, I'm gonna show you a rule I kind of hold myself by, at least for smaller branches, even if it's an older plant. So you can see this is probably like 10 inches, right? Again, I'm not gonna keep it for cloning, but because it is a smaller branch, I'm actually not gonna cut it by half. I'm gonna cut this one by about 1/3. I don't believe I'm gonna keep this. I think I'm gonna snip this off, cut this back by 1/3. And then you can see the other ones that were longer, I cut in half. And what this is gonna do is, in the spring, it's gonna put out all new growth, and I want those to get a bit stronger. This actually started out my original clone I made. I was gonna do it like a bonsai, and then it decided to have other plans. I could cut it here, but I'm not. I think it's important to shape your trees and be attentive to that, but in this case, I'm really interested to see how it's gonna come out. But I like that these, this one and this one have curved back up. So let me show you what it looks like when all the branches are cut. Just as a disclaimer, I have more experience with this. If you're new to growing figs, please do as much research as possible before doing something like I'm showing you right now, because there's a lot of factors to take into consideration, and I don't know everything, so I can't talk about like every single one. But I could tell you, the plant I have here is like 3 or 4 years old. I've been cutting it to keep it small. But please do your research. That is not just going on Google or watching YouTube videos. Please find professional pruning books and reference those too. Okay, here's what the fig is gonna look like. All right, got my baby girl all cleaned up. Good to go. Got a decent little shape here. It's gonna go in a bigger pot. And it's gonna be very happy, and it's gonna have so much much growth in the spring. I did this to all my figs last year and they came out really, really well. All right, I will show you the rest of the plants once I get them all repotted too. Here, let me show you a testament to the resiliency of figs. That is a sap that's coming out, and here you can see it's actually, get that focus, it's actually starting to fill in to cover that. And that will seal all of the areas that I've cut already. Let's see if I can get that one in focus. It's really going in my hand. There you go. Yeah, so all those cuts will seal with the latex. I love figs. They're really fun thing to grow. Okay, next up is my Australian finger lime. I have a green variety. It actually did flower a lot this year, but I just was not attentive to it. I really should have put it in a new pot before the season got started. So what I'm gonna do is just clean her up a bit because it's just a full bramble right now. And that's the last of the pruning I'm gonna do. I'm gonna snip those two figs just a tiny bit. I'm gonna leave my kumquat alone. And everyone's going in their new pots. All right. We'll be back. Why are there ants in literally everything I own? They're in the house, they're outside of the house. We thought with all the grass coming in, they'd go away. Oh my God. Can you get a life and just stop using my things? So annoying. Also, check it out. Started to clean up the bottom at least. Okay, so you saw the brambled mess that was this finger line. So it's got a really beautiful curve. And so the way I prune this is from the bottom out, and I don't recommend it as much for citrus, but this is the first year I've had it, so I really wanted to work on shape. And then my priority after this is really not for it to set fruit at the tips, but more in the middle. But I really just needed this, so just going from the bottom up. Let's see if I can get the whole thing in frame. Really came out to be a beautiful tree. So it's in a better spot now to be repotted and do well over the winter. Look at that. Really nice tree. So I'm just taking a minute to show you what it looks like when you take your tree out of the pot. This was really, really firm all together, so I just took it outside and whacked it to loosen up these outer roots. And of course there were a bunch of ants in there, but this is what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it in here, and fill this up with soil. And that's what we're gonna do for the other ones. Okay, so I showed you the roots on the fig tree. Check out the roots on the kumquat. It looks like noodles. It looks like dry noodles. Now I just gave this one a bit of a slap too. It's very healthy roots this time around. But it looks like noodles. That's so funny. So here's something I do to help straighten out stems. So you can see, you know, it's got a bit of a lean going to it. So I actually just put it in at a bit of an angle and fill soil around it. As long as you're not covering this part where it originally met the soil, it'll be good. And much so, tree that's straightened out. Okay, get everybody repotted. They're looking beautiful. Actually ran out of soil, so finish up with the little ones. The most important ones definitely got repotted. So 1, 2, these 3. I'll do a little bit later. Gotta go to the store and get some soil, but there you have it. Now they're gonna go into the tent, which I'll go over there and show you the tent. Okay, so when I I brought the fruit trees in. That was on the last day of summer / first day of fall for everyone in, and if you remember, I said that once I got my guava, once I got my Olympian figs, it's gonna rip the leaves off everything and prune them. That's still true. These figs have gotten a bit bigger. They could use a little bit of water. They'll probably be ready in another week or so. The guava, I did get both guavas off of it, so I'm gonna take these leaves off. You can see just immediately they come in here. Much lighter leaf color, starting to change colors. We're just gonna strip it all, give it its yearly prune. It's good to go. Let me give everyone a little bit of fertilizer because nice. Everyone's doing okay. My Eureka lemon, oh my goodness. It just keeps getting bigger. I'm so proud of it. So everyone's gonna get some water. All of the pots are gonna fit in here and it's gonna look great. I hope everyone has a good weekend. Please go up pot your trees if you have trees too and you forgot to do it over the summer. End of summer, going into the dormancy period is a really good time, I found. We'll have everyone be happy in here. We officially did it. We got everyone repotted. You can see everyone has these bigger pot sizes. This size, I forget how many gallons it is, but the one this kumquat is in. This is actually the max size I'm going to keep anything at this time, which means until we move to a different location or get a 4-season greenhouse, that from here on out for anything in this particular pot size, it's just gonna get its roots pruned. Everything is looking amazing. You can see I pruned the guava back. Gave everyone a haircut. Everybody fits just perfectly. And now the light's on. It's a little bit later in the evening. You can see my Eureka lemon with its variegation on there. It's so pretty. And I just gave it some water, so that should keep going. In the back here, everyone is still happy. Everyone is still alive. My figs, can you see something different about my Panache Tiger? Took all the leaves off. Took all the leaves off the Ashia, gave that one a cut back. I did not cut back the Panache because that was a newer purchase. My jambos are looking a little sad, but they got water. They'll be okay. They're actually sitting in standing water at the moment since I watered everybody. And they'll soak that up. They'll be happy. They're actually in the rose family. And over here, my Olympian fig, I took all the leaves off, but the figs are getting close, and with that type of stress, it's actually gonna help encourage them to ripen a bit quicker. Everyone, looking beautiful. See if I can back up a little bit more. That is a really brilliant way to begin the fall going into winter. I'm very happy. I also have some clones going, and I told Greg specifically, and I think I told everyone else here too, that I wasn't going to do any cloning. I decided to try again with the guava. I've had a couple successful clones of these, and I've actually given them away. Not sold them. I don't sell any of these. A lot of them have patents on them. So it'd actually be very illegal to do that. So I never sell these. Sometimes I'll just make clones and give it to, friends or family. That's fine. And it's like 50-50 that you keep anything alive. And then here I have a Ashia fig cutting that I'm going to attempt to clone as well. This probably has a better chance than the guava does. I just don't have any duplicates of the Ashia, so I definitely want to get at least another one, maybe plant it outside somewhere. All right, happy fall, everyone. If you haven't done so yet, go to my YouTube, like, subscribe. I put up a new video on Tuesday. I'll have a new one coming out this Tuesday. Otherwise, I'll see you here.